Hey everyone, happy July, happy Thursday, and welcome to the fastest half hour in real estate. Whether you're hanging out with us in eXp world or watching this over on YouTube, we really appreciate you spending part of your day with us. If you're joining us in eXp world, remember, if the screen's too small, just click on it, tap zoom in. If you have any questions or you just want to weigh in, drop in the chat. We're monitoring in real time in the world and on YouTube. So let's get started. Welcome to July. Happy America's 250th birthday. Let's not talk about the World Cup that happened earlier this week. Welcome to the July edition of Commercial Connect. After a magnificent 4th of July weekend, it's time to get back to business. This is the hardest part of the year to keep your head in the game. The kids are out of school. The weather is warm. So is the barbecue. Vacation mode keeps calling, but I can assure you, these are the busiest months for some product categories. While summer is generally slower for commercial real estate overall, there are a few specific product categories that buck that trend. Industrial and logistics. Retailers and e-commerce companies sign warehouse leases and distribution leases in July and August. They need to be fully operational by the holiday season. A tenant signing in August can realistically complete a build out and be stocked by October. You know, all those Spirit Halloween stores? Think about seasonal storage requirements and logistical distribution. Missing this window means missing a peak warehouse and storage revenue season. So urgency is high. Some counterintuitive things. Landlords and national retailers are actively negotiating in summer. Chains planning holiday pop-ups or new store openings need leases executed by August at the very latest. Grocery anchored centers and strip malls see steady activity since food and necessity retail is less seasonal in its behavior. Also, what peaks out is student housing and multifamily housing. August is actually the peak closing season for student-oriented properties. The academic schedule drives the housing schedule. They tend to transact heavily in summer, knowing occupancy resets every August and lenders price deals around fall lease-ups. Summer is also a high season, weirdly enough, for hospitality. Summer drives investment sales activity because buyers want to underwrite the properties while the cash flows are at their peaks. And the trailing 12-month performance in summer looks really strong in July through August. It's a popular window for hospitality deal making. Last but not least is land and development sites. Land development, they conduct their environmental studies and they close on land while construction season is still active. Municipalities tend to process permits faster in summer because their political calendars are quieter. It's easier to push things through. So remember, supply chain deadlines tied to industrial and retail tenants, they have hard Q4 deadlines. We're only 3 months away from Q4. Academic calendars drive student housing. Seasonal cash flow visibility with hospitality investors. They want peak season financials, make their bottom line, their operational costs, and their revenue look great. Construction windows, those long summer days and favorable weather make it the best time to break ground, pushing those land deals to close during summer. And there's thinner competition. This is probably the biggest point that I'm gonna press on you guys. Many brokers and executives are on vacation. Motivated parties can sometimes negotiate better terms with less competition at the table. So work on summer, because the advisor that spends their time capturing market share will be the winner when winter comes. This is not Game of Thrones. Winter is coming. Common thread through all of these is that operational and seasonal deadlines override a general summer slowdown, forcing transactions to happen regardless of the time of year. And we see that in our numbers right now. Our scheduled closings are through the roof. Last month was a record. I mean, we're crushing it right now. So we see the buyers and the tenants coming back. On that note, it's attraction season. I'm the Senior Vice President of Growth. Lindy's the Director of Growth. This is growth season. It's not just busy in these product categories. It's also one of the busiest times for advisors and agent recruiting. It's now the end of Q2 when an advisor realizes that they're way far away from hitting their Q4 goals for production and attraction. eXp Commercial has a new weekly growth mastermind open to all eXp advisors and all eXp agents. Write this down, clear your schedule, set a reoccurring alarm on your phones right now. It's called Attract and Scale. It's every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Not sure why we don't often include Mountain and Central Time, but it is 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern every Tuesday. We're going to be covering detailed attraction systems that appeal to all advisors and agents. We will bring in experts. Each of these six attraction methods, we'll bring in experts for each of the six attraction methods. And it's not just an overview. This is a detailed roadmap to success in the attraction field. We'll give you specific game plan for attraction through production, attracting for coaches, social media superstars, technology pros, event experts, concierge services, and leveraging co-sponsorship, and the agent development pathway program. All of these are proven methods of attraction at eXp. We'll have the absolute top agents and advisors there on Tuesdays to give you their blueprint for this arena. On June 30th, we had Chris Gercio talk about providing concierge services for his organization as a value add. This Tuesday, we will have the amazing Kurt Shewell break down how to leverage top team production. It doesn't need to be your team. Top team production to attract new and top agents and advisors. This is all available in the eXp Hub under Attract and Scale group page. So sign into the eXp Hub. It's hub.exprealty.com. Sign into the eXp Hub and then go join the Commercial Advisors group and B, Attract and Scale. Here's an important bullet point about Attract and Scale. We realize that most of the time it's not the team leader or head of the organization that operationalizes the growth and attraction business. If you have people in your downline or business partners that are involved, they need to be at this meeting. We need the people that are actively operationalizing growth and attraction. Everyone's welcome at eXp. Realtors, advisors, business brokers, referral agents. We don't mind the team leaders being at the meeting. And we realize that this is not often them making the growth calls and doing the eXp Explained. It may be your VA, your spouse, your business partner, or you may just want to bring in someone from your downline so they can see how it's built. It would also be a good idea to bring any new advisors or any new agents from your downline so they can start to wrap their heads around building some leveraged income. I want to see every single one of your faces at this coming Tuesdays, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Scan the QR code on the screen. Let's lock arms. Let's leverage this incredible model Glenn Sanford built for us, and let's go out there and build your legacy. Keep crushing it, and I will see you on Tuesday. Now, I'm happy to introduce my growth director, Lindy McNeese.
Hey, Sean, thanks for that. I always love the way you introduce people in here. It gets us so excited. So speaking of the the Attract and Scale group that has been created, I have already added everybody to that group if you have registered to be in the hub, right? So like Sean said, that is so important to make sure that you go to that website, you get registered. It's the way people are going to find you. You're going to get the referrals that way. This is our new way of communication. Slack is gone. Workplace is gone. You know, Glenn Sanford has built a really incredible product that is better than all of those combined. So, okay, talking about growth, let's talk about our business broker division. I'm so excited to let you know about the IBBA conference that I went to last month in Minneapolis. What an incredible high octane event that was. If there was ever any doubt about the momentum and energy in business brokerage industry right now, that weekend completely shattered it. Our main mission going into the conference was to wave the eXp commercial flag and share the story of our business broker division. And let me tell you, the reception was phenomenal. Over the course of just a few days, I had the privilege of speaking directly with dozens of sharp, motivated business brokers from across the country. I lost count of how many business cards changed hands, how many I received, but more importantly, I lost count of how many meaningful, deep conversations we had about where this industry is heading. You've all heard about the silver tsunami, right? It's here. It's time to really pay attention to what's going on in the United States with the number of businesses that are exchanging hands in the next 5 to 7 years. Every time I got to mention eXp commercial, people's eyes lit up because they want to know what we're doing, and for a good reason. We got to proudly remind the room that eXp commercial now houses one of the largest business broker divisions in the United States. That isn't just a vanity metric. It's a massive competitive advantage. Brokers out there are feeling the constraints of traditional siloed franchise models. They're looking for better technology, more collaborative global networking, and a compensation structure that actually rewards their hard work. We're one of the very few commercial brokerages that allows business brokering. Did y'all know that? The interest in joining us was quite frankly overwhelming. They learned that they don't have to refer out the real estate anymore that may come with the business. They can actually do both with us. And with our interstate co-brokering abilities, their mouths were on the floor. I spoke with so many independent brokers who are tired of being on an island and want the powerhouse backing our brand. I spoke with seasoned team leaders who see our model as the ultimate way to scale their practices. The common thread in all these conversations was clear. Brokers are looking forward-thinking home, and they see eXp commercial as that future home. I've been working through the stack of follow-ups on my desk. I don't just see leads, I see the next wave of talent that will help us continue to grow and dominate this space. The IBBA conference proved that our division isn't just growing, we're setting the pace for the entire industry. I'm incredibly proud of what we've accomplished, and I can't wait to welcome many of the brokers I spoke to into our eXp commercial family in the coming weeks and months. We've had several join since then, and there's more to come. So in the interest of what both Sean and I are working on and talking about, attract and scale, I want to remind you all of eXp ComCon. This is all about building your wealth, building your downline, right? So anybody that you talk to out there, anyone that you're having any conversations with, you can always bring them to us. We can help close the deal for you. We can help get them across the finish line. But if they're still uncertain, here's one thing you can do. You can invite them to eXpCon. It's the ultimate destination where all of this traction comes to life. Put a massive star on your calendar for October 7th. We're heading to the beautiful Salt Lake City, Utah for our flagship event. This isn't just another corporate convention. This is where the magic happens. We're talking about thousands of the brightest minds in real estate converging in one place. We have dedicated high-level tracks specifically built for our commercial and business broker community. If you want to fast-track your growth, you need to be in that room. But here's the real secret sauce. You shouldn't be going alone. Remember those high-level conversations we're teaching you to have on Tuesdays and that I had at the IBBA conference? Those independent commercial brokers, those heavy-hitting business brokers you're talking to right now, invite them to come with you. The strategy of that is the best way to explain the power of this ecosystem. It isn't telling them about it, it's showing it to them. When a traditional commercial broker walks into our environment, sees the data, looks at our technology, and talks face-to-face with advisors who are pulling in multiple six-figure revenue share checks on top of their massive production, the light bulb goes off. The walls come down. Use October 7th as the ultimate closing tool. Reach out to your top prospects this week and say, hey, I'm heading to Salt Lake City on October 7th for a massive commercial event. Gary Vee is keynoting. The top producers in the country are masterminding. And I want you there as my guest to see exactly what we're building. That's not hard, is it? Alignment and proximity are everything about this business. When you surround your prospects with our culture, our leadership, and our advisors, the business models speak for themselves. So get your tickets, lock in your travel, and start making your invitation list today. Let's pack out Salt Lake City on October 7th and show the entire industry what eXp Commercial is all about. So we are going to see you all on Tuesday, right? 1 p.m. Central to map out exactly how we're going to make this happen. So let's go get them. Speaking of going and get them, I'd like to introduce our new advisors and the 2 icons for the month of May. Icons, we're so happy to congratulate you. That is not something super easy to do. Matthew Berg out of Montana and Wayne Zhu out of New York. We want to give you a huge round of applause, huge congratulations for this, because that is a huge accomplishment. And then next, our advisors. I'm going to wrap up these updates by celebrating all the advisors who joined us in June. We had 30 new advisors join us in the month of June, and we'd like to take a moment to welcome all of you to eXp Commercial. We're thrilled to have you here, and we're excited to see you grow with us. All right, after you've had a chance to look at that slide, there's so many names, I'm not going to read them. I am now going to turn this over to John Letourneau, our Director of Brokerage Operations for eXp Commercial. Hey, John, come on in.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Exciting times for sure. And, talking about all the opportunities to grow just your individual business, your group structure, grow from realty into commercial, from commercial to realty, whatever that might look like, and business brokerage is quite an exciting time. And one really critical thing Sean touched on was the brokers who take the summer off starve in the winter. And it's sort of like there's an old Russian adage that's like, pray for peace and prosperity, but plant cabbages if you want to eat. So this is kind of that same way, which is staying in touch with your clients, staying on top of that lead generation, staying on top of building and developing your business is absolutely critical, especially at a time when others take their foot off the gas pedal. It just puts you further ahead through the consistent efforts that you make towards building your business. So very, very sage advice. So let's move on. Lots of cool stuff happening in our world. Speaking of business brokerages, which seems to be our topic, our business broker forums in SkySlope, you're going to have access now to across the whole U.S., a listing form, a seller disclosure form, a buyer agency form, NDA as well. So we've got a great set of forms there mapped in SkySlope in the USA library. So you will be good to go on, and we'll make those transactions a little easier for you. So we're really excited to get those through the gates. Finally, it's taken us a little while. We've appreciated your patience with that. And this is just yet another step of how we're building out an incredible suite of resources for our business brokers. Number 2, our commercial mini summit. We had a blast. Tim Rios, our new California managing broker, and myself spent about 90 minutes or so. And Sean Murphy joined us for a few minutes at the end. And we covered rapid fire topics on where the market is, where it's heading, prospecting in a TCPA world, building your business with AI, and kind of the playbook for how to set yourself up for success the rest of the year, which mirrors what Sean was talking about earlier today. So if you missed it, hit that QR code. You can watch the replay. We're a couple hundred people on the call, which is great. We will continue to do those as we move forward. And don't forget, we're going to have an awesomely huge in-person one, which is eXpCon. And that's not a mini summit, that's the real summit. So good times there. Please take some time to watch that. Also, in Commercial University, you'll see that's going to be uploaded there, along with all of our other educational stuff. She Does Deals, Academy, Commercial Cornerstones, our product specialty groups. And speaking of our product specialty groups, those have had some incredible content recently. Our slide decks are fabulous. The content's great. So please make sure if you're out there and looking to specialize, looking to grow, or maybe go, hey, I'm great at multifamily. What's happening in office? Pop in, listen to what Michelle and Scott Cook have to share with you. There are fabulous things happening. All accessible via the QR code on the training calendar, which is just in the slide there. And our regional meetings in July. We've got some cool stuff coming. Want to share this with you. CoStar's had some really neat updates and some cool methodology improvements for prospecting, for setting your alerts up, making sure you can keep your buyers or even your sellers in the loop. Because when you do take a listing transaction, you should absolutely also notify your seller when new listings come online that may be competing with their property for the attention of the market. So CoStar is going to join us on our regional meetings this month. All along through all of July, you're going to see them in all 5 of our regional meetings. Those are also on the training calendar. Follow the QR code one more time and you'll get back over there. And it's great stuff because CoStar has been an awesome tech partner, and there's so many great ways to leverage CoStar effectively to build your business. We want to make sure we're giving you those at the cutting edge when they're released. Next up, Jeremy Morris, our managing broker in Indiana and Michigan, is now expanding into Missouri and Kansas. So he's got kind of a laying on its back L going on as far as his territorial map. So if you are in Missouri or Kansas, please reach out to say hi to Jeremy. I know he'll be reaching out to you as well. So we're excited to have him expand a bit here and cover some more territory for us. So exciting times there. Next up, Build Out. Another one of our great tech partners, Build Out, has some really cool updates they've released as well. And to make sure that we're bringing you that most current information, we're hosting a live training for you just for eXp Commercial on July 23rd. I think it's at noon Eastern. You can check the commercial training calendar. It'll be on there as well. And they've built in some cool data AI ingestion, which sounds kind of funky because no one likes digestion, ingestion, bad indigestion. I don't know what it is, but digestion usually doesn't sound cool, but in this case, it's really awesome because you upload an operating statement for a property, some leases. This will break all that down for you, figure it out, and go, okay, cool. Here's your address. Here's your lot size. Here's your property. It's an incredibly awesome tool. Right now, that's limited to 5 documents at once, but they're looking to keep expanding that. So don't let that be a limitation for you. Their document editor and drag and drop stuff is really cool. They have a fabulous sandbox built out, along with all of our eXp style guides built right in. So you can make sure that whatever you're making is compliant and in alignment with what we want to see, but also telling the story of the revised brand with our new logo, our more distinctive and powerful logoing. So we want to make sure that's working for you as well. A final thing is lead protection toolkit, right? This is a critical toolkit we put together for you. It starts with TCPA, but then gets much deeper than that. And we did touch on TCPA during our mini summit. This is sort of like, okay, TCPA, I can't call people on do not call. Well, yeah, but how do you then prospect? What can you do? What are your rules around consent? And how do you gain consent in order to make sure that you're safe when transacting? Also teaches you step-by-step how to leverage DialSafe, the resource we give you for scrubbing your phone lists automatically and at no cost. So that lead protection toolkit is great, and it's how you really do protect your clients and let them know you're protecting them. And it's one of the things people look upon, regulations as they come in as onerous and like, oh man, no, I can't do that. Cool, I agree. You can't do what you could do 10 or 20 years ago or 5 years ago or even last year. However, that's also an opportunity for those who adopt early, learn alternative methodologies to stay in touch and to stay ahead of their competitors. Just like Sean mentioned again, the guys who are golfing all summer don't have the best Christmas bonuses coming their way, do they? So we want to make sure that you're engaged, you're in touch, and you're in touch with your clients in a great way. And our lead protection toolkit's an awesome way to get you there, okay? If you need anything, please reach out to me on Hub because Slack is gone, as we've mentioned. And the operations team is here for you. We're happy to help in any way we can. I'm going to now turn it back over to Sean Murphy, who will take us down the final stretch. So, Sean, you're up.
Well, our commitment is to stay under a half an hour so we don't eat up some of that valuable summer. I can tell you right now, never before have eXp advisors listed and leased and represented so many properties. Summer is kicking. We are halfway through the year. It's Q3. We started July. If you need support, our team's here to help. Our concierge onboarding, growth, marketing, transactions, all of them are here for you. We're not on vacation. You can see that. We're all right here. We're sitting here on Thursday waiting for your call. If you missed part of the meeting, scan the QR code to watch the replay, available immediately after we end this live stream, or you can go to eXp Commercial on YouTube, and our producer, Sarah, will put it on YouTube. Our next meeting will be, can you believe this? Thursday, August 6th. We are already in August. So get kicking. I hope that I see you. I hope that I see you next week for Attract and Scale, because if you've never done agent attraction at any level, I'm going to show you how to leverage other people to do agent attraction successfully. So hopefully I see you at Attract and Scale. Thank you all for coming. I'd like to thank my co-hosts, Lenny McNeese and John Letourneau, and our marketing team, Bailey Kennemer and Sarah Bacon. And we'll see you on Thursday, August 6th.